So after testing and reviewing 15 different cold plunges, I came across this one company called Desert Plunge. I had never heard of them before, but my friend David Moss, who has reviewed more cold plunges than anyone on the planet, I'm pretty sure, told me that they were the best cold plunge for the money. So I reached out to them to see if they would send me one. They ended up sending me two, both of their models, which we're going to be reviewing in this video, to give you my perspective on what I think about this one, which is the exclusive, and their other model, which is the wide. So in this video, we're going to find out if I agree with David, and hopefully you'll be able to figure out which one is right for you, if it's this one or if it's a different one. The interior is going to be 47¼ inches long, 24¼ wide, and then 23 7/8 deep inside of the tub itself. This plunge is not suitable to put on a balcony because once you fill it up, it's going to be basically over 1,000 pounds. So this is the wide, which is a full 7½ inches wider than the exclusive. And this is the custom built Grizzly 450 cooler. This thing is huge. So I just want to give you guys the perspective of like how much wider this thing is. It's really not small. So the dimensions of the wide are going to be 46½ long, 31½ inches wide, and 22 inches deep. So this is definitely the one you want to get if you're a large human. So let's talk about what you get with the star of the show, which is this customized Grizzly tub that's super well insulated for full body submersion. You also get a 1,200 gallons per hour pump for super strong circulation. You're also gonna get the Active Aqua 1/4 horsepower chiller, known for durability and reliability. This is a very common chiller that you'll see amongst a lot of cold plunges. And then you also get an optional ozone system for water cleanliness. Then you get the setup components of the filter canister, the valves, the extra filters, hoses, safety adapters, and a phone holder. With the Desert Plunge wide, you get everything that you get with the exclusive. The only difference is how big it is. Everything else is the same. Because I only got one chiller with the shipment that I got to do these reviews, my buddy Mike actually plugged in this Penguin chiller, which is really, really good. It's an industrial grade chiller built in America, and this does not come standard with the wide. So as you're setting it up, you want to put it on as stable ground as possible. Ironically, this is a little bit of a slant, but it's okay. It works just fine as it is. It has these latches. You just pull open. This is good for, you know, keeping the children out if that's an issue, or just keeping the elements or any wildlife from getting into the tub. Because of the way that this thing is built, it's super well insulated. So there's not going to be any condensation that builds up on the exterior. Doesn't matter what temperature it is outside, which is nice if you have this in an indoor setting. You don't want the cold plunge condensating and sweating water everywhere. And this chiller cools down to 39 degrees. Another cool feature that it has is as you lift up the lid, it has this latch lock feature so that if you're inside or anyone else is inside, this isn't going to come down on you. So you're protected and it's totally safe. I want to tell you a little bit about the experience. It's really easy to get in. Woo. And as you get in, this is definitely going to overflow, but this goes deep and you can submerge really easily up to your neck. Or if you want to dunk, you can do that too. And I could also sit. I can lean back, I can recline. And my friend whose house this is at, I ended up giving this one to him because he liked it more than the ice barrel where you had to be like upright. This cold plunge can definitely fit a big person, like 6'1", 250. As a smaller person, it's really nice. I can actually put my feet against the wall and I can just brace myself, which is nice because then I'm not like moving around. Which I hate when I'm trying to cold plunge, and I can just get into my zone. So as far as the overall experience goes, it's good. I could easily fit another person right there. This could definitely fit 2 people. I'm a pretty small guy though, so something to keep in mind as well. So this is my buddy Wes, and he was the one who actually helped me set up the original Desert Plunge exclusive, and then he set up the wide right here, and he's been getting a lot of use out of it. So I'm gonna let him tell you about his experience using the wide, and then we're both gonna get in and experience it to tell you about it in real time.
I love this thing. You know, it's about 90 degrees out here in Austin right now. So I filled it up. The water going in was 74 degrees Celsius. This thing cooled it down within 3 hours, down to 41. Well, it got unplugged last night at like midnight. And then when I came back this morning at 9 a.m. and plugged it in, the water temp had only gone up 2 degrees. That's super efficient. That to me was like notable at how well insulated this thing is. The maintenance on this thing is very easy. Like literally over here, there's one big plug. You open that plug up, all the water rushes out in like a few minutes. You give it a quick hose and a rub down, spray everything out and empty it, and like your tank's as good as new. You know, this filter housing is really the only other piece that needs maintenance really, and it's got a nice bypass valve, so you can actually leave everything running, turn the valve to bypass, unscrew this, rinse it off and put it back in, and it's like super efficient. I like to get in, I sit down, I'll do the head dunk first. I gotta bring my feet out just to kind of get in there, but the position in the tank is really nice. Like I can sit like with my legs crossed, my neck fully submerged, so like my whole vagus nerve is getting stimulated, and just really breathe. So I think someone that's probably a couple inches taller would have no problem being in here, you know, probably 6'6", 6'7", so there's a lot of space in this. My shoulders are nowhere close to touching the sides, so this thing's great.
Okay, I'm gonna give the Y a go now. Compare it to the exclusive. Yeah, this thing is huge, man. It just feels like a huge bathtub. It's cold, man. It's really cold. That's no joke. Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the price, the warranty, and the customer service. The price of the exclusive is $3,048, and the price of the wide is $3,300. So you pay just a little bit more for that extra room, which makes sense. Desert Plunge offers a 1-year limited warranty, and that basically covers any defects or malfunctions with the actual product itself. However, it doesn't cover misuse or modification problems because of improper installation. The founders are this couple, Matt and Bree, who I've spoken with on the phone, and they're incredible people. They just want to get cold plunges in the hands of more people at a price point that's actually reasonable. As far as what I've seen, they handle their customer service very seriously, and I see nothing but good reviews in terms of people either having issues and then Matt and Bree fixing it really quickly, or them just hand-holding people through the process, helping them get set up easily. So based on what I've seen, you'll be in really, really good hands with them. Let's talk about who these cold plunges are right for and who they're not right for. This is right for you if you've been doing the DIY thing for a while and you're just tired of how it looks and you're tired of the problems that DIY has and just trying to fix it and clean it and like all the things that come with that. This is the upgrade that you've been looking for. This is also for you if you just want something that works well and is reliable and you kind of like this cooler look. I think it's a good look. This is for someone who is committed to cold plunging, like they're ready to invest in this habit as part of their lifestyle, or they're already investing in doing this type of thing regularly and they just don't want to pay a fortune to do that and they want a nice setup in their home. This is also for the person who just needs a bigger setup and wants to fit like multiple people into their cold plunge. This is a really good option for that. This feels like more of like a party cold plunge where you have lots of people going through it and you can even do multiple people at once. This is also a good option for someone who wants to move their cold plunge around, because once you take out the water, it's actually not that difficult. You get one other person and you can shift it around pretty easily. This is also for you if you want that lay down style tub. You don't want the upright position. You also don't like that porcelain bathtub situation where you're like sliding around all the time, and you want something that's super well insulated. Let's talk about who this is not right for. I don't think this is the most beautiful cold plunge that's out there. So if you're optimizing for aesthetics, this probably isn't the one for you. This also is not right for you if you just want something that's plug and play. Like the people drop it off, you plug it in, you put some water in, and it's good to go. There's a little bit of setup. It's not super hard. Like it's actually relatively easy, but if you just want something that's like seamless, you don't even want to think about that, this is not the one for you. This cold plunge is also not right for you if you don't want your chiller to be outside of the cold plunge, which you'd need to do if you're going to use the Desert Plunge. This is also not the cold plunge for you if you want that more active posture where you're sitting straight up or you're standing up. This is just not designed for that. I mean, you can definitely do a sitting posture, but it's not the same as the ice barrel where you're like up here and you're kind of like vertical. Out of all the cold plunges that I've reviewed, I think this one is probably the best value in terms of the effectiveness, ease of setting it up, and the price point. It's just the whole package. You're gonna have a good experience, it's gonna be easy to put together, and it's not gonna break the bank. I would definitely recommend this cold plunge for anyone who's looking to get one at a reasonable price. And you kind of want to do that party cold plunge situation where you have like a bunch of people in there. And again, if you want to get one of these, I'll put a link down in the description with a discount code, and that should save you some money as well. If you like this video, then go watch this video right here where me and David reviewed like, I don't know, like 13 or 15 different cold plunges at all the different price points. I know if you don't want to get this one, that video will help you make the right decision for you.